Good morning, everyone. I'm up this morning, ready to start my famous, and yes, we eat chitterlings, my famous chitterling recipe. Okay, so we're going to begin. Okay, so I got up this morning about 5 o'clock, and first of all, I'm using Aunt Betsy's chitterlings. And this is 2 packs of Aunt Betsy chitterlings, and also I got some hog maws, which is hog maws that we add to the, that we make with the chitterlings, make them more tastier. So I cleaned them. Aunt Betsy come clean, but I always clean them again myself because nobody can clean like you. So I first cut them up, which I've already done. I cut them up. Then I've also cut the hog maws up, and I let them soak a little bit, this in the water. And then I'm going to rinse these, and I'm going to do this about 4 times. And I'll continue with my next step. Okay, so after I have soaked these for about a good 4 times in water, I put them in my pot. I add some water. I add some meat tenderizer. So I'm going to season this with meat tenderizer. Real good. And I'm going to turn this on high. I'm going to let this cook on high until it comes to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to take this water and I'm going to pour it off, which I will take you through the steps. And I'm going to do this about 4 times because I want to boil all the grease off before I season them and begin to cook them. So right now, I'm going to let this come to a boil with just meat tenderizer on it. And I'll get back with you. Okay, family, back to the cooking. Okay, as you can see how the chitterlings are boiling. They're boiling, and so we want to boil that grease up off of there. So I do this about 3 times, okay? So I'm going to be coming back in and out. So now I'm going to rinse this. I'm going to take this towel. I'm going to take this and dump this. Pour it in there. I'm going to rinse this pot out because you don't want all that sticky grease to get in there, as you can see. Okay, once you rinse that out, you're going to let some water run in there. Just maybe some cold water so you can put your hands in there. You're going to pour that water off. Okay. You're going to rinse it again real good. That real good. Okay. Rinse that real good. Put them back in here. Back in my pan. So I can make sure I rinse them real good. Okay, there we go. I'm going to rinse it again with cold water. No, warm water, I'm sorry. Warm water, get that rinse. What we're doing, we're boiling the grease off, because if you don't, you're going to have some greasy chitlins. We don't want that. Okay, we're going to continue to rinse these. Okay, family, back to the cooking. Okay, as you can see how the chitlings are boiling. They're boiling, and so we want to boil that grease up off of there. So I do this about 3 times, okay? So I'm going to be coming back in and out. So now I'm going to rinse this. I'm going to take this towel. I'm going to take this and dump this. Okay, family, we're back doing these chitterlings this morning. Okay, so now I have rinsed them. I have recooked them. I have recooked them 3 times. I did it 3 times. I recooked them with fresh, then this is fresh water. So now I can add my seasonings. I'm gonna first, I have some chopped bell peppers and onions right here. I'm gonna first put in my bell peppers and onions. 1 sec here, get this in here. I'm gonna pour that right on in. Okay, I got those bell peppers and onions in there. Let me turn this water off. I'm gonna stir that in. Stir that in. Bell peppers and onions. Okay. Once I get that in there, because I'm gonna have to stir it again anyway, so I'm gonna then use, I'm gonna use some more tenderizer, because you want them nice and tender. So I'm gonna, okay, I got that tenderizer. Unseasoned tenderizer, because you're gonna want to use all your own seasonings. You're gonna use your own seasoning. Make sure you get that in there really good. Okay. After you season them real good with that, you're gonna add some garlic powder. Garlic powder. You're gonna add some garlic powder. Sprinkle to your taste. Y'all see how I'm sprinkling it right on there. Okay. And then I'm going to use, this is chicken broth. Chicken broth, and it is really, really good seasoning. So I use this also in my greens. And you can't use too much of this. So you got to know how to just sprinkle that on just across the top of the chitlings. Yep. Damn it, I forgot to use my other chicken broth, but I'll add that later. Okay, I got some of that in there. Then I'm going to use some Lorry seasoned salt. Some Lorry seasoned salt. I'm going to use some of that. And then did I forget to take out my black pepper? Did I forget to take out my black pepper? Black pepper. 1 sec. Okay, I have some black pepper. I'm going to put some black pepper in there. And I'm going to put some crushed red peppers in there. And it's how hot you like your food, but you know, I don't make it too hot. So I just sprinkle a little just across the top. Okay. And then I'm gonna give this a good stir so we can mix these seasonings up real good. You want to mix this up really well. You see how the greases has disappeared because I boiled them. After I clean them, I boil them 3 times and wash them with fresh water. Then at the end, I add my seasoning. Season to your taste. Okay. So I'm going to, I hope I'm not forgetting anything, but I'm going to turn this down on low. I'm going to turn this down on low. Let me find my top. Rinse this top off right quick. Okay, Peach, we're going to check on these chitterlings, and they are done. They've been cooking for a good 3 hours. Now, if the water boils low on your chitterlings, take some chicken broth and pour in there. But baby, when I tell you, these jokers are off the chain, believe me you. Look at that. Look at all that seasoning in it. And they so tender, they melts in your mouth. Look at that. Baby, these jokers is so fire. You hear me? Okay, that's the recipe to my famous chitterlings, baby. So tender, they melt in your mouth. Juicy, flavorful. Try to get you some. See ya.